Radio.
So I'm going over this a lot. Most of y'all have seen me go over this, right? This, have you? Never? Never? Oh, you a newbie. Huh? You just seen the videos. Okay. All right. This is the oath you would take when you go get your passport. This is what they make you swear to. And it says, I declare under penalty of perjury all of the following. I am a citizen or non-citizen national of the United States and have not performed any of the acts listed under acts and condition on page 4 of the instructions of this application unless an explanatory statement is attached. So if you don't supply an explanatory statement, it's going to assume that you are a citizen or a non-citizen national of the United States. This is basically what this is saying to you. But when they give you the oath at the post office, which part do they read? Y'all remember when y'all took, who got a passport in here?
I have none.
Right? They made you give an oath.
Yeah.
Right? Put your hand up. Right?
Yeah.
Which part did they read? Did they ever read this part? This is all the whole oath.
They didn't read that part right
They
there.
read this part.
They read that.
The statements made on this application are true and correct. That's all they asked you. They never read this to you. This first part, which is the most important part. So now they switched up the application. They took out the part of the acts and conditions. Because they said go to page 4. I have not performed any acts listed on the acts of condition on page 4 of the instruction of this application. So let's go to page 4. This page 4 is back here somewhere. Here's acts and conditions. This is the new one. And it says, if any of the below mentioned acts and conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, a supplementary explanatory statement under oath of affirmation by the applicant should be attached and made a part of this application. I changed the way I did. Y'all, whoever's been with me before and did it the other way, why did I change it and change it into an oath, like an affidavit form, a real affidavit form?
They took out used to be able to cross out the line.
No, that's not why I did it. It's because this says it need to be made under oath of affirmation by the applicant. Should be attached. So I put it in the affidavit form because now you're truly keeping to what the instructions of this application. Although the first word worked very well, this word works even better because now it says made under oath and affirmation. So now I created an affidavit in affidavit form, and then I just copy and paste it and put this in there, part of it. Why would you put this part in there? Why would you put that there?
Don't put it, you have done it. Why would
Right.
you put it there?
He said it. Say it again.
Don't put it, you have done it.
Right. You're guilty. Because it's saying, I have not been convicted of any of these things. I read this already in the affidavit. So all I did was copy and paste that and put it into the affidavit. Because they said here, if I have
Locked on Hindsight
done
Radio.
that, which I have. I don't have none of these problems. So I'm... Peace. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Truth Tuesday with your host Akiem L here on Hindsight Radio. 10 years running strong. All right. So let me say thank you to everyone that's tuned in. And thank you everybody who gave me the birthday wishes yesterday and all of that. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I just want to say something really quick. I want to say really quick. You know, when you're trying to move up and you're trying to accomplish things, it's very important who you are going to work with on your team and make sure they have you want to make sure that they have zeal to be successful. Because when people don't have zeal to be successful for themselves, they're not going to be successful for you. They put you on the back burner. They'll do all kinds of things. They'll make all kinds of excuses to take their time and do stuff. So just, they're not going to think efficiently. And in this world, being efficient is key. Is key to being successful. Like, okay, I got things to do. Okay, what's my priorities I need to take? Okay, let me get this. Boom, 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 boom. People will mostly do things what's convenient for their laziness. That's what people will do. So keep that in mind. All right. What? Oh, I don't have to do it now. I'll put it off tomorrow. This is, and it's. But just to give you a preview of Sunday's message, we're going to be coming from Matthew chapter 13. And it's the farmer who went out and sowed the seed. I'm going to really break that down for y'all. Because, see, we're dealing with this every day, this type of stuff. Let's see. We're dealing with that scenario every day. And we have to recognize what we're dealing with when it comes to sowing seeds. But anyway, enough about that. Today we're talking about the sovereign citizen nonsense, or what they call sovereign citizen. I got some videos I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm going to critique them. All right. Keep in mind this. I think it's on the 30th. I'm doing that webinar again on the passport, the Indigenous passport. You still have time to get on that, so you can understand that whole process of claiming your real true nationality as being a native of this land and connecting that to your passport. All right. But in all things, we must be thankful. I'm thankful for everything, although things tend to get me frustrated because sometimes you'll see potential in people where they can make really good money and make their lives easier, but they don't see it for themselves. And that has to do with that sowing those seeds. They're just not going to see it. But here we go. This is what's this guy? Judge Simpson. He's quite popular on YouTube. And there's a lot of videos about him dealing with sovereign citizen rhetoric. Stuff that I normally tell y'all this stuff doesn't work, but people want to try it anyway and get and when you watch this, you can see how professional this judge is. Most judges are not like this. But this guy is professional. So let me go ahead, stretch this screen out, and let's share it. All right, here it is. Let's play it. Let's get into it. First, before I play it, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Oh, good. Before I get into that, this is not when I wanna. I don't know why that popped up. Let's get out of let's go to that. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Am I coming in? All right. I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Date for non-jury trial, and this is a non-payment of rent case. How much is the plaintiff claim is owing?
The total balance at this time is $3,320.17 plus court costs of $161.
3,000, I'm sorry, 3,000.
$3,320.17.
All right.
Yeah,
Sir, of that amount, is there any that you believe that you owe?
no,
You were going to say something.
I was gonna ask to Jack what he was about to say as far as about the numbers. About saying what I owe, but you already answered the question. I mean, ask me the question.
And
I can
Mr.
break
Finn,
down that amount if you want me to, Your Honor.
pardon?
I can break down the amount if you'd like me to.
Just one moment, we'll get to that. Sir, can I ask you, I received the documents from you. Is there a reason why you don't think you owe that amount?
Because it's already been paid, Your Honor. Far as reporting adverse information about a co-signer.
All right, we already know where he's going. He's saying it's already been paid, and so he's about to get into why. And we already know this is the discharge situation. Bills of exchange probably is the situation. But let's keep going.
Act 211 of 1989. Vanessa Place is trying to held me liable as the co-signer when I have an interest and a signature and I'm a natural person. So they're trying
Okay, so
So he didn't say anything that was coherent. It was totally gibberish. Just to put, I have an interest, and I'm a what did he? Let's see that again.
liable person. So they're trying
okay, so
to liable.
okay, so let me ask you.
Let's go.
Trying to held me liable as the co-signer when I have an interest and a signature and I'm a natural person.
So what he said, he's got an interest, a signature, and he's a natural person. So he's going with the thing that it's a fiction, but he signed a contract to pay these fees. But let's keep going.
So they're trying
Okay, so
to liable.
okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
Just so that I have the background on it. You reside in this unit that's at I think 315B
Correct.
at 1000. You reside there.
That's my place of
Well, you live there.
Now he's avoiding the question. That's his place of abode. That's what he's saying because he's been told that. Don't say you reside because of this and that. And at the end, towards the end, I'm understanding none of that stuff matters in these courts. None of it matters. When you make it about you, the all cap names, and all of these different things, all you're gonna do is get the treatment he's about to get. But go ahead.
Right?
Depends what you're talking about. I'm acting as a consumer. So far as like my and they're on special appearance and my estate.
He ain't practiced. He said first he's a consumer. I'm acting on. See, he he got some paperwork from somebody. But go ahead.
Stays there. As far as a natural man, I don't have no place. As far as my estate and my
Okay, so when whoever is in this courtroom leaves here to go to what they would call home, where does this person that's sitting here go?
to my place of abode, Your Honor.
Which is where?
A Plymouth place.
Okay, at the 315B.
Correct.
All right, that's what I need to know. Okay.
The judge is being nice.
Do you have a ledger?
And I'll give Mr. Lane a copy also.
Thank you.
And Mr. Fantera, this would be your witness, is
Yes.
that correct? Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we have her and Mr. Lane sworn in, please?
Thank you.
Now,
Yeah, what?
this is important. He's swearing in the attorney's witness, and he's swearing in Mr. Lane, the guy who's disputing these debts. Right? This is the way it's supposed to go. Not with the attorney sitting up there giving facts. He's swearing he got the client. I don't know what she's going to testify to, but she's got to have firsthand knowledge of all of the information. But let's go.
Right hand. So swear affirm the testimony you're about to give. Okay.
I do.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be
He just swore he broke the Bible's code of not swearing to heaven or on the Bible. He broke that code, so he's out of pocket. And by swearing in, he's given jurisdiction, just so y'all know.
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Your Honor, could I give you real quick context on that?
Yes, please.
We had a previous case last summer where Mr. Lane received Sarah funds. And when we had I have a copy, I have a case number, I have a copy of the unsigned copy of the COD. That was entered on September 9th. SOS paid his rent through September, and it left a small balance of, I think about $119, which we waived. So the balance, even though it doesn't show it on there because we didn't actually get the SOS check till sometime later, his rent at the end of September was $0.
Got it.
So the total balance that's on there is 5 months of rent at $513, water and sewer bills, electric bills. There's not even any late fees. And then there's 161 in court costs. So I just wanted to clarify that, in fact, none of this goes back past September 30th. In fact, I don't know if you remember, we actually, when we had the previous case, Mr. Lane had sued Peninsula Place seeking the return of all money he paid forever. And he denied that he owed money, but simultaneously applied for Sarah, and he denied he applied for Sarah. You verified with probably Aaron at the time that he had applied for Sarah. He ended up getting Sarah funds. He would not sign the COD. And then you basically gave him a choice. I'll enter the COD or we'll have a trial and I'll give you a judgment. But it sounds like he's raising some of the same stuff now that he attempted to raise.
Your Honor, free to speak?
Go ahead, sir.
So, Your Honor, when I applied at first I didn't know what I was applying for. So when I applied for Sarah funding, I ended up giving my principal information, which was my name, my date of birth, and my social security number.
All right, see. What did he say? He said he gave his name, date of birth, social security number, right? All of that's evidence. And he's saying this under oath. Now, if he's going to try this, he try to say that's the name and this and that, but he said, I gave my name, my social security number, and all of these things. See, the issue is he didn't go in and ask these, okay, he's assuming the questions that he's being asked, he understands what they mean. So, what is your name, date of birth, and all of that stuff? He's supposed to be asked, okay, define that. Can you define name and what that means and what your meaning in this courtroom when you ask me these things? You see? Keep asking questions, but he just clearly, out of his mouth, said he gave all of those things, meaning that's mine. So he just took ownership right there.
Basically, I'm here today saying that I gave my principal to Peninsula Place and I've never received any center.
Now he's saying principal, he switched up.
consideration.
Your Honor, I don't understand what that means.
I again, I don't know what that means. However, are you trellis laying? That's a yes or no. Because I'll tell you, if you are,
mhm.
then we'll go ahead with the trial. If you're not trellis laying, then I'm going to give them a judgment by default because trellis laying hasn't shown.
See, now the judges, I would agree with the judge for making that decision, but I also would disagree. So if he's coming in the place of trellis laying, right? Let's hear it out. But he's now saying he's not that. Then if the judge gives this guy a default judgment, that could be brought, someone could come in and bring up an action and say, well, the true party of interest was not served properly. But on the other hand, they're going to have an affidavit of service on the record. See, this is why back in the day they said don't take service. Because that's what they use to say they serve someone. Hey, it's an affidavit that they served that name, someone in it's, and they're going to use that. That person was served and then they enter the default judgment. But of course, he took service, so he's got to wiggle his way out of this.
I'm here on special appearance.
No, you can't do that. You are not an attorney at law because you can't appear for somebody else. So my question is, and I'll ask it again, are you trellis laying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Now he said yes.
So, Mr. Lane, October.
If I was in his shoe, I would ask, can you define trellis lane according to how it's written here? Can you define that for me? The question you're asking. Define that. Now, the layman people, oh, you should know. No, you never assume what they're asking you. Never assume. Can you define what you mean by trellis lane so I can accurately answer your question? What do you mean? See, you throw the ball back in his court. He just gave in. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the battle. And I'm saying this, if you're going to go down this road on how he's doing this, you gotta know how to put the ball back. Hey, can you define that for me so I can answer appropriately?
2022.
Mhm.
Did you pay rent to the landlord?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and how did you pay that?
I'm paying with my credits that's on file. So I sent instructions back in May.
Yeah, he paid with his credits. He's not even explaining what these credits are, but go ahead.
Basically, to get my account zero every month.
To do what?
I sent instructions back in May, then I sent another one to December to the CEO.
The CEO of what?
American Campus Communities. Saying it right. So he's seen my email, so he's aware of what's going on. Basically, like I say, I'm looking for consideration. I have not been getting no consideration, no adequate consideration.
Well, you get adequate consideration for the contract and any payment by virtue of the fact that you have a residence. So I don't think consideration is even an issue.
But Your Honor, I have several questions.
Well, you can go ahead and ask your questions, but I don't know. Let me just ask this. October 2022, how did you pay your rent?
I paid with my endorsed, took the bill, I endorsed it.
Did you give them cash?
We don't have,
We being whom?
I'm saying, it's a credit system, Your Honor.
So what?
Credit system. We don't.
So who's in charge of this credit system?
You said who's in charge?
Surely.
I mean, we haven't had money since 1933, the American Bacon Act.
We being whom? Who are you?
You see how the judge is asking him to clarify we meaning whom? Who's we? He's just vaguely saying these things that he heard on the internet or on a YouTube video.
You're talking about when you say we haven't had money. Who is we?
far as like the United States haven't had money since 19.
Oh, they definitely have, and I spent my share. So I don't know. You're saying you gave them credit.
Yes.
In what form did you give them credit in the month of October 2022?
Then credit, I took the bill, which they give me a bill every month, which is a statement. I take the statement. If you want to, I can show you what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
I know what he's referring to. Can I show you?
Yeah.
Well, show him, and then
I got copies for him. Here's what he's getting, Your Honor. We have a third-party billing company called Zigo. And so what they do is every month they bill the utilities. So he gets this bill, and then you'll see at the bottom what he writes is pay to the order of Peninsula Place. And so what he's taken, so for example, the top one says pay to.
While I'm playing this, anybody who has ever been successful with what he's doing, put it in the chat. I know I'm not going to get any success, but I'm going to get no. I tried it and it didn't work. I already know that. But go ahead.
The order of Peninsula Place, $662.12. That amount is his monthly rent plus the $123.12 in utilities that are at the top. There's 3 of these that I've attacked. So what he does is he cuts off the bottom and he mails that in as with instructions to pay to the order of Peninsula Place as if that's a check.
have this marked as plaintiff's exhibit and 2. The ledger being 1. Mr. Lane, you have a copy of what I've marked as plaintiff's exhibit 2. Is what Mr. Fantera described, is that correct? Is that what you do?
Yes, I'm accepting the credits that's given to me and I'm transferring it back.
Who's giving you this credit? They who?
So Nessa Place, so in the beginning, when I signed up with Peninsula Place, I gave my principal information. So those payments are supposed to come to me as credit. So
what payments?
The payments that's coming every month. So those payments, they're trying to hold me liable for it, and I'm taking the credits that I'm receiving and dishing it back to them, to Peninsula Place.
Who's giving you credit?
You said who's giving me credit?
Yeah.
I have credit, Your Honor. I have a security interest.
In what?
And this so-called contract with Peninsula Place.
Okay, but who's giving you credit? Young man, you keep using these terms, payment, credit, and it seems to me as I'm listening to you that you're using them improperly. So my question is, have you paid anything to the plaintiff in US dollars or anything that evidences US dollars?
No, I haven't paid in US dollars.
Or anything evidencing US dollars?
He just admitted he didn't pay.
Like a check, credit card, anything like that?
So this is...
No, that's a yes or no.
Can you repeat the question, Your Honor?
Have you, let me just break it apart so we get it real clear. Have you paid for the months of October 2022, November 2022, December 2022, January 2023, or February of 2023? Have you paid to anything to Peninsula Place in US dollars?
No, Your Honor.
Have you paid anything to them that is evidence of an account which holds US dollars?
But see,
yes, yeah.
If he's saying he used the credits, he in a way he's paying in US dollars. He's using a different medium of exchange. See, he don't even know how to answer those questions. But like I said, that stuff don't work.
What? And what account is it attached to? You better be careful about answering my question. Because if you're telling me that you gave them or paid them something that evidences an account that can access US dollars, show it to me.
You said that's access to US dollars? Right here.
What is that? What Mr. Fantera just gave?
Yes,
How does that access US dollars?
because Your Honor, this account, I'm the holder and I have the interest.
Then show me the balance on that account.
They show you the balance?
Yep.
Just showed you the balance.
No, you haven't shown me anything. Show me the balance on the account. If you give somebody something that evidences that they can access US dollars, then there is a balance on that account in terms of what you're giving them. Much as if somebody gave a check to them, they would be able to show the account for which they can then present that check and receive US dollars. Show me that account, Mr. Lane.
Like I said, Your Honor, I don't know what else you're asking for. This is the,
No, you know exactly what I'm asking for.
you're asking for something that's coming out.
Something that evidences that by that piece of paper that you've given them,
I'm not saying it would work.
that they
but
can
it's
access
not
US
even
dollars.
Something.
Okay, I don't have any other account besides this, Your Honor.
You don't have any what?
I said I don't have any other evidence besides this right here.
That does not show me that they can access US dollars.
Yeah, he's learning.
Okay.
Where would they take
That's
that
the
to,
YouTube
in your
video.
mind? Where would they take that to access the United States dollars?
Put it on the ledger.
What?
Where would they take it to access US dollars?
So, okay. So, Your Honor, so I got a question. As far as landlord and tenant relations, relationships, it's in here.
I'll try to answer your question as soon as you answer mine.
Okay.
Where would they take it to access US dollars?
Yeah, see what the judge doing, right? Trying to get him to explain his position, and he can't explain it. He just did this thinking he wasn't going to pay rent 4 or 5 months. Let me just tell you, this is poor man's tactics. This is broke people's tactics. Not wanting to pay your bills. Why would you put your place in jeopardy? But let's keep going. This is funny.
Take it and take the check and put it on a ledger with my credit. Because if I owe something, Your Honor, it would be in a negative balance. How can I pay something that's in a positive balance? How can
You don't have a positive balance.
this is
You have given them a piece of paper that you yourself just said is a check. So where would they take that to access your account
so, Your Honor,
and receive US dollars?
they're acting in dishonor. They're taking it and they never said anything about or object to it. So it was off.
Oh, they're objecting now, certainly. Where would they take it, Mr. Lang?
So where would they take it? I mean, as far as they have a security deposit deposition bond. So they have it in a financial institution.
What financial institution
I'm not.
would they take it to?
If he's going to go down
To get cash
this-
from your check,
go to the
as you
Federal
call
Reserve
it,
window.
that would then
But
be
that's not-
debited
what-
from your account? Where would
Using that
they
argument.
take it?
Debited. So
From where?
what about the credits, Your Honor?
What?
I don't see a credit.
On this paper, it says credit payments and credits.
That's not what it means, to the extent it says that. You have no credit. Where would they take it to get US dollars?
So where would they take it? They would take it out of my trust, Your Honor.
Out of your trust.
Yes.
Where is this
You
trust
gotta have money.
located?
We all have a trust in me.
Okay, let's say we all do. I'm not accepting your premise, but let's say we all do. Where is your trust located?
I'm not sure where it's located, Your Honor, but
So if they wanted US dollars for this thing,
So he's in here with an argument, and he don't even know where it's located. He's just in here just shooting from the hip. Okay.
You purport to be a check. You can't tell them where to take it.
In the Treasury.
Which treasury?
U.S. Treasury.
Oh, so they have to go to the U.S. Treasury with this thing that purports to be a check. Really?
They was pulling from the Treasury. That's why they asked for my information.
Who is pulling from the Treasury?
Peninsula Place, Your Honor.
Just leave.
So Peninsula Place is pulling from the U.S. Treasury.
I got the account attached to my name with my social and my information.
So they're pulling from the U.S. Treasury because of that?
Say that again?
So because of that, they're pulling from the U.S. Treasury?
I mean, they're charging the account. They got, so this account has my information tied into it, which is showing that it's already prepaid. So what they're trying to do is make me, Peninsula is trying to make me repay.
You've never paid anything, so they're not trying to make you repay. They're trying to make you pay.
Your Honor, so how did we get here if I never provide, if I provided my information to Peninsula Place?
We got here because you have never provided them anything.
Okay.
To pay on this account in US dollars or anything evidencing US dollars. That's how we're here for 5 months. You haven't done that.
Okay, so in the contract, it says payment.
Shouts out to TJ2X, just became a member of Peace.
And then specify what type of payment.
I'm asking you, have you paid them in US dollars?
No, paid in credit.
But you have no credit.
Your Honor, this is evident.
In order, hold on.
Okay.
In order to pay in credit, if you will, you must have something that evidences a balance on that credit.
This judge is being.
I've already asked you once.
Tell me.
Why not? I'll ask you again. Show me something that evidences the credit.
That shows the credit, the birth certificate, and the social security number showing my line of credit that I applied.
So how much is in that line of credit?
You say how much is in the line of credit?
Sure. If you got a line of credit, it's got to have a value. So how much is in it?
I believe everybody has $1 billion.
I didn't ask everybody. I'm asking how much is in your line of credit?
Well, what Peninsula Place, whatever.
No, I'm asking you. You're saying that your birth certificate and the Social Security, you have a line of credit. I don't believe that to be the case, but what the heck? Let's ask you, how much is then in your line of credit?
Not sure, Your Honor.
So if you're not sure how much is in there, and you give them this thing that evidences, as you're saying, just take this 1 month of $662.12, you don't know if that can be subtracted from that credit you supposedly have.
I'm believing at least $1 billion worth of credit, Your Honor.
Oh, you have $1 billion worth of credit.
We all have credit, Your Honor.
Well, I'm not worried at this point about anybody else's credit. I'm worried about yours. You're saying you have $1 billion, but you have nothing that shows me that you have $1 billion worth of credit. Mr. Lane, plaintiff is claiming that you owe them $3,320.17. Tell me every reason why I should not give them a judgment for that amount.
Judges being very patient.
That's going against Michigan Consumer Protection Act.
What particular provision are you claiming of the Michigan Consumer Protection Act?
Enter into a consumer transaction in which the consumer waives or purports to waive right, benefit, or immunity provided by law unless a waiver is clearly stated and the consumer has specified consent to it. I never gave no consent.
What have they asked you to waive?
You said where they asked me to waive?
Yo.
My rights.
To what?
What rights?
As a consumer of what?
You said a consumer of what?
Yeah.
Of this contract?
What rights did they ask you to waive?
My interest.
What interest?
I have an interest in this so-called contract.
Oh, you do. You also have certain obligations under that contract.
Right.
So I have obligations.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like payment.
Okay. According to, like I say, landlord and tenant relationship, pay the landlord for all the rent range of this rental agreement. That's basically what I have the security deposit for.
No, your security deposit is not under Michigan law for that
You
reason.
homeless, bro.
What is for, Your Honor? That's what it says, security deposit permissible uses.
And there is no security deposit under this lease. They do not require a security deposit. It's zero.
Okay. Even worse.
Under which
You don't have a security deposit.
Your security deposit is zero. You did not pay a security deposit when you moved in. This client does not require.
you say move in, all this from where?
And even if you had one, the Security Deposit Act, you can't apply it.
Sorry.
So what other reason do you have why you don't owe this money?
And what other reason?
Yeah, you told me Landlord-Tenant Relationship Act, which you haven't pointed to a particular provision. You talked about a security deposit of which you have none, so that can't be a reason. I don't know, and you
Yeah,
haven't
right.
pointed to anything under the Landlord-Tenant Relationship Act
These judges got so much patience. It's amazing to watch him. Because I'd have been shut this down a long time ago.
that would even be applicable in this particular case regarding the monies that you owe. You cited the Michigan Consumer Protection Act. There's been no benefit that they've denied you, no interest that they've denied you. So that can't apply. Give me anything else as to why you don't owe this.
Anything else why I don't owe? I don't understand what else that you're looking for. Like I said,
I want you to tell me every reason why I should not say and give them a judgment for this, the $3,320.17 plus their cost.
so Your Honor, I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Which part?
He high.
You saying, so how is this not like a contract of adhesion
What is he?
that is more beneficial to Peninsula Place?
And adhesion.
I don't know what that meant. Explain what you're trying to say to me.
So it's two parties, and I consider the weaker part. So they wrote this contract and all in the benefit for them.
But
So where did I have any say so in this contract?
Yes, you did.
Well,
You didn't-
you had the big say so of no, you didn't have to sign it.
So ain't that false and misleading?
Yeah.
There was never no.
No, that's not false and misleading.
It's supposed
They
to be
didn't-
disclosure.
They didn't force you to sign it. You signed it.
So I'm signing. So is this a loan that I'm getting from Peninsula Place?
No, you are not getting a loan from Peninsula Place.
So,
You are renting an apartment.
correct.
In consideration for the use of that apartment, which belongs to Peninsula Place, you're to pay them rent. You haven't for the last 5 months. Actually, you didn't pay it before then because Sarah paid it, but you haven't paid rent for the last 5 months.
Yeah, no, all bills are prepaid.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Your bill is not prepaid.
That's some stuff you heard.
Like I said, it's in the positive balance. If I owe anything, it will be in the negative.
I don't even know what that means because your positive versus negative is different than anybody else I've ever come across.
You said my positive is,
Yes, right now you're in the negative of about $3,320.17.
Your Honor, when I log into my portal, it shows a positive balance. I can't owe something in a positive balance. It's just if I log into my app on my mobile device to look at my bank account, it's in a positive balance.
Your bank account.
Yes, this is a positive balance. If I owe anything, it will be.
So you have the money. So you have $3,320.17.
I'm giving an example.
What's giving an example?
If I owe anything, it'll be in the negative.
I don't know what that means. You
So-
don't have a credit on this account. You owe them $33.20.17.
If I don't have a credit, Your Honor, how do they make up an account number with all my information? I had to give them something.
Yeah, you gave them your information. The only thing you haven't done is give them money.
So in other words, you're telling me that I have to repay them, which is already paid.
You never paid it.
Okay.
No matter how many times you keep saying it, you never paid
You
it.
start
Like
to
I said,
sound
John,
You've never paid anything since October.
I have federal questions.
You have federal questions. Okay, well, you can take those up where they'll hear those. I don't know what federal questions you have because every state question that you attempted to try to raise falls flat on its face. There's no violation of the Michigan Consumer Protection Act. There's no violation of the Truth in Renting Act. You haven't paid anything. You won't show me an account where that even evidences that you have the money. You haven't paid it.
So this account right here doesn't show my name, Your Honor.
You don't have an account. If you're talking about a financial account, you don't have an account. You haven't shown me one. I've asked you for it.
approved.
You haven't
That's why
shown
you
it to
can't
me.
go in there and tell
Like I
them
said, the account is right here, Your Honor.
That's not your account.
the
So who account is it?
in the treasury.
It has my name on it.
I keep
You keep calling it an account. It is not an account.
prove it.
You'll have a lot of things that will have your name on them. They aren't your.
This is why these arguments fall flat on their face, because the rules of evidence is clear. You must have the proof. You saying something or repeating something from YouTube is not proof. He hasn't even mentioned a code or a statute that relates to what he's saying that anyone can look up. You see, this is the problem with these theories that these people throw out. According to this, he hasn't even done any of that. Yeah, I got a count and supposed to judge supposed to, oh yeah, you got it? Oh, we believe you over there. Whereas the other side is showing paperwork. Hey, he didn't pay his rent. Here it is. These are the months, blah, blah, blah. The judge can only look at what's proof, and he's giving him time to even prove it, knowing he can't prove it. But let's keep going.
Account.
They're tied into with me, and I have an interest.
Okay.
Where's the
You can have an interest. You
idiot?
can have all of that. You have nothing where they could go and get cash. Nothing where they could go and get anything that would even remotely represent payment on this account. And you haven't done so for the last 5 months.
So, Your Honor, on this ledger, it say payments credit.
Look, I'm not going to sit up there and go back and forth with you on that. I've asked you just plain out. Tell me every reason why you don't think you owe this money.
So, Your Honor, I'm a responsible party, and I gave my endorsements. They accepted, and I'm demanding payment. They never gave me payment. Like I said, I have my birth certificate, I have the social security number showing that I am the
Do you
home.
have a bank account?
My bank account? What does the bank account have to do with?
Because that's usually how people pay for their rent.
Your Honor, all I'm doing is enforcing my rights.
I'm not sure which rights you think you're enforcing because I haven't heard one yet. Is there any other reason you believe that you don't owe this 33-20-17 that you have not already stated to me?
Any other reason? No, I don't have any other reason besides, like I said, Your Honor, it's already prepaid. And they're trying to make me pay twice, acting in dishonor, accepting and not returning, not saying anything of it. They're not accepting. So they've been taking it ever since I started, maybe March last year.
He wants to believe.
Ma'am, your name
over
is
the law.
Jane, full name?
Jane Hogan.
Ms. Hogan. And what is your position with Peninsula Place?
I'm the property general manager.
Okay. And you would be familiar with the books and ledger regarding this particular unit?
Yes.
You had an opportunity to review that prior to coming to court today. Is it true that $3,320.17 is the balance that's owed on this account?
Evidence.
Thank you. Sir, is there any other reason why you don't think you owe that money?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm about ready to rule.
Rule, I thought I was supposed to get a jury trial.
No. I set this for trial sometime back in December, actually.
So you waiving it for non-jury trial?
Sir, you gave no objection nor requested a jury trial.
He didn't
So-
even do it right. He didn't even.
Yeah, I gave no objection. Okay.
When I set the date on December 23rd, there was no objection to that. And because you had not requested a jury trial at any given point. So I'm not even going to get into that. You waived that right. Any other reason why you don't think you owe the money that's been testified to, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Pantera, you forego closing argument.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, anything else you want to say to the court?
So I have federal questions until I appeal
Good question. This sounds like
a
a
higher court.
Yeah. As soon as I enter my judgment, you'll be able to appeal all you want, if you can perfect it. So the court, having heard the testimony in this case, the court would find that plaintiff has sustained their burden of showing that the defendant owes $3,320.17 in outstanding rent and charges on this account. And the court would order a judgment to the plaintiff in that amount, plus its cost. That would constitute then the redemption amount on this premises. The defendant would have 10 days to pay that, which means he would have to pay that by February 24th, or a writ of restitution or order of eviction may issue. I will sign a judgment.
Should I show it to Mr. Lawful?
Show it to him if you'd like, or you can present it to the court. I've issued my judgment.
Okay.
The court has signed that judgment. Thank you.
Before we dive in, buckle up, because this one's wild. We're stepping into the courtroom of Judge Simpson, one of Michigan's sharpest, no-nonsense judges. And today, mechanism.
The court has signed that judgment.
All right, there you go. Listen, if y'all want to go follow these knuckleheads telling y'all not to pay your rent and sign, what he was doing was he was signing that old technique where you turn the bottom part of the statement into a check, which does not work. I'll say it again. It don't work. You will be homeless. You will be put out on the street. You will get a judgment against you like this gentleman did. Okay? Just keep that in mind when y'all taking these risks on your bills. Just pay the bills. Pay the bills. Just pay it. Stop playing around with these people. I think I got another one I wanted to look at. Let me see. It doesn't work. That was entertaining. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Let's do this one. No, this is a better one.
To represent yourself on this matter?
Hold on.
Hello, Tariq Samar, Tariq Day here.
Here's a day. Here's a
Already, Judge Portia, Officer Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Day.
He's there. Can you turn on your camera, sir?
I don't have any contract with a public defender's office.
You what?
I don't have any contract with the public defender's office.
You got a hard hat on.
You don't have a contract with them?
Correct.
Yes, Judge. I reached out to Mr. Day to try to help pre-try this case.
Is this going to be a Bellinger's thing?
I think so, Judge.
Okay, go for it.
My understanding is that he had enough counsel that he's going to have, I believe, on his file. And I wish him good luck if that's the case, but I don't see another attorney here. So I don't know what's going on, Your Honor.
No,
Mr. Day?
I'm defending myself. I told him I would notify the court that I relieved him of any implied obligations to this case.
So you're going to represent yourself?
I'm defending myself, correct.
Okay, then you need to be here. Now.
Well, as I told the court, I requested a Zoom hearing because I have COVID. So there's no way I could.
In a vehicle with a hat on, no mask. Oh,
inside my vehicle right now.
What'd you say?
I said yes, because I'm inside my vehicle right now. I work outside. I'm away from the general public.
Did you
So
go
there's
to
no-
the hospital regarding the COVID diagnosis?
Excuse me?
Have you been to the doctor regarding the COVID diagnosis?
It's against my religion.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna
They've been
do.
listening. They see they have
Then
to my stuff, and then they try
I'm
to
gonna
use it.
say, okay, you got COVID.
That's not gonna work.
I want you here. When's our last block?
Okay, let me.
3 o'clock today. Wear a mask.
Saying stuff is against your religion in this type of case will never work. Okay, this is not what I meant by protecting your religious freedoms. Okay, I just want to put this out there.
Ask if you're going to represent yourself.
I can't make that. Is there a later date?
Oh, yeah, you can. 3 o'clock.
3:30, I can make that.
I'll be here at 3 o'clock.
Well, I'll be there at 3:30, and if there's any issue, then we can.
Okay, and at 3 o'clock, I may issue a bench warrant. Be here at 3 o'clock. I'll pass this matter. Thank you.
There's no bench warrant to be issued because this court didn't have.
Okay, I'll determine that at 3 o'clock.
The court
See
didn't
you at
have.
3 o'clock. Thank you.
This court does not have jurisdiction.
You're welcome, Mr. Feaster. Cut his line. Why don't we do this? Give me about 3 minutes. I'm going to take a recess, then I'm going to come back because everything's going downhill, and it's those two guys' fault. What's your name?
Tariq Samar Tariq, the executive of the Tariq Samar Tariq Living Trust.
Here we go.
Glad
Trust.
owner.
This doesn't
My Tariq
like this.
Wilson Estate.
Sir, you indicated that you wish to represent yourself on this matter?
Yes.
All right, you understand at your arraignment, you were given the charges that were filed, have been filed against you?
I was given a charge. So if there were any additional, I was not given those charges. The only charge I got was a fleeing and eluding.
Fleeing and eluding 3rd degree.
3rd degree, correct. And if anything else was tallied onto that, then I was not told.
Okay. I have 1 charge.
Okay.
That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and $1,000 fine plus court costs. The Secretary of State would be required upon your conviction to suspend your license for a period of 1 year. You understand that, sir?
I do, but I have some questions.
As soon as I get through this, you have indicated that you wish to represent yourself. I have to advise you that there are some dangers in you representing yourself. You understand that, sir?
I do comprehend.
And you understand that if you proceed to represent yourself, that the court is not going to assist you to understand the procedures or anything regarding the court proceeding, that you will be responsible for that, and I will be holding you to the same standard that I would be holding the attorneys in the room in terms of even ruling on evidence or anything along those lines in regard to the procedure and the process. You understand that, sir?
Correct, I comprehend.
All right. You also, so I will ask you again, do you still continue to wish to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes, I will be defending myself.
You understand also, sir, that should you change your mind and could not afford to hire an attorney and wish to be represented by an attorney, the court would consider making sure that you are afforded counsel. You understand that?
I comprehend.
How do you wish to proceed on this matter, sir?
First, I want to like an oral motion for dismissal based on the fact of the lack of probable cause and also the lack of a personal and subject matter jurisdiction based on the fact that this is a trust matter from the name to the private conveyance that was stolen by the third party Wall Street Towing and impounded on the colorful law actions of Officer Trowbridge of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department. Also, I have not been able to
action instead of acting under the color of law. They don't even know what they be saying.
As of Constitution Amendment 6, being able to face my accuser, With the state of Michigan being a fictitious entity and there's no injured party, there's no crime that has been committed. And again, to the probable cause of the initial stop and the arrest cannot be proven. There was no probable cause for the arrest or stop. There was no warrant on hand for the arresting officer to conduct an arrest. And even more so, again, as I stated, this is trust property, so this court doesn't have jurisdiction to adjudicate over the foreign trust.
Yeah. Finish.
Oh, no, actually, I was also moving to place you and the clerk as fiduciaries over the trust. And I'll be able to supply you all with the adequate assurance certificate of security to settle and offset the charges.
Well, you will be doing nothing to me and nothing to my clerk. So whatever that motion was, that's denied. As to your other motion regarding all of that, quite frankly, it doesn't make any sense. We haven't even had the probable cause hearing. There will be a determination at the next stage as to whether or not there's probable cause regarding the charges.
I was told this was a probable cause hearing.
This is a probable cause hearing.
So I don't understand what you're saying.
I know you don't understand.
They're not having a probable cause.
Pardon?
You said that no probable cause was had, but then you said that this is a probable cause hearing.
You have not had your preliminary examination, at which there will be a determination as to whether or not there's probable cause to believe that the crime has been committed and you committed it. That is the next stage. That has not happened. So to the extent that your motion is even valid, which I do not believe that it is, and certainly you may raise it at a later date, but to the extent that it's valid, at least at this point, your motion is premature, and therefore your motion is denied. Anything else?
Well, lastly, I want to also put on the record, I wasn't able to provide all my exhibits based on, as I told you, I was.
You weren't able to do what?
Provide my exhibits.
To whom?
To the court to help for my defense, the evidences.
You haven't had a hearing yet.
I comprehend it. I'm just saying that I usually have my documents precede me before any hearings take place, and I wasn't able to because I was under the weather. That was my point. So they will be here, if not by the end of the day in the drop-off box, and you'll have them tomorrow. But you all will be served with the proper documents, and the taxes as well will be filed on the case.
Anything else?
No, not at this time.
All right. So how would you like to proceed next on this?
Entering a plea of demurrer.
Okay, you've already done that.
I've already entered a plea of demurrer. I'm not sure when that took place other than right now.
That took place on the arraignment on the complaint, sir.
I never pleaded demurrer.
You stood mute, you stood demurrer. You don't even know what that means. You're just using words and have no concept as to what they mean.
Demurrer and mute are two separate things, but that's neither here nor there.
No, they're not. You have no legal degree. They are not. They are not. They are not.
I'm not here.
They are virtually the same thing. So where do you wish to proceed now?
As I stated, my motion.
Do you wish this set for preliminary examination? Your motions have been denied.
I wish for the prosecution to provide the evidence that any of this needs.
You don't have discovery on this case. Is that what you're asking?
I'm not asking for discovery whatsoever.
So just so you know, demurrer means an objection that an opponent's point is irrelevant or invalid while granting the factual basis of the point. So when he tried to do the motion to dismiss, that's basically what he was doing. So the judge is correct. He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know how to apply these terms.
So what are you asking for?
I stated that the prosecution needs to prove that a crime was committed, and under They also need to show and prove that there is an injured party for the crime to have even been committed.
As I've indicated, you will have that hearing. Do you wish to have discovery?
Discovery should be provided regardless. There's no wish about it.
Do you wish to have
Discovery
discovery?
should be provided.
Don't play word games with me.
I'm not playing.
Mr. Allen.
Discovery.
Not play word games with me.
Look at the
You're playing with the wrong judge.
Behind him now.
You can smile and smirk all you want.
I'm not trying.
I'm giving you your warning. I will ask you again. Do you wish to have discovery provided to you?
Yes.
Do we have copies of discovery available that can be provided to this defendant?
Your Honor, I know that the PD was representing this individual. I don't have copies right now.
I got you. Okay. So are there copies of the police report as well as other discovery that's in the hands of the public defender's office?
I do see traffic stops and discovery videos onto our program.
All right.
Documents.
All right. Those need to be gotten to the
You should
defense.
have got discovery, found errors in the arrest, and then into that, motion for dismissal. Everything he raised for dismissal, he didn't articulate that correctly, and that's why he got denied.
And then, how soon can those be gotten to the defendant?
I can get those in hopefully by tomorrow, Your Honor.
You have an address for him to send those to him?
Yes, I do. I can confirm it with him too.
All right. What do you have as the address? Do you have an address on, is it Sheriff?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right. You'll make sure that is sent to him.
I will.
You also have an email address so that all things can be emailed to him also?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Sir, did you wish to then have another PCC or did you wish to proceed immediately to preliminary examination?
I would like to first have a jurisdiction hearing.
What kind of jurisdiction here?
Personal and subject matter.
Okay. Go ahead and raise it because I can deal with it right now. What's the personal jurisdiction?
This court, as well as the state, lacks personal jurisdiction. I'm simply here under threatened arrest or coercion of you, saying that you would hope put out a bench warrant for my arrest. The subject matter, in regards to the name as well as the vessel that was used, is again under. It was conveyed and is held and protected within the trust. And according to Article 1, Section 10, Clause 2 of the United States Constitution, there could be no legislative laws that could intercede or to interrupt the functioning of a contract, which the trust is and is properly.
I got to give it to him. He's quoting some stuff, although it's gibberish. He's misinterpreting these things, but go ahead.
And the trust is properly functioning at this time. So with that.
All right, so here's what we'll do, because you're rambling again. So what we will do is you will put all of your jurisdictional arguments in writing because you're wrong. So we might as well get it in writing that you're wrong. Because I have subject matter jurisdiction over you and I have personal jurisdiction over you under the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan. So if you want to put your objections to jurisdiction in writing, you may do so, and then I will address those in due course.
Awesome. So that would
See, he's telling him to put in he should have done that in the first place. But
be the next step. And I can get those in today.
No, that is not the next step. Either you're going to have another PCC. If you want me to set it for a hearing, I'll set it for a hearing.
Yeah, for the jurisdiction.
But I have nothing to set a hearing on. You have not filed anything regarding jurisdiction.
Okay, so for right now, as of this moment, PCC is fine, and then I will file the proper documents for the jurisdictional hearing. Gotcha.
So I'll adjourn the probable cause conference in this case, April 25th, 2024 at 3 p.m.
Is it possible to get another week for
person
to provide to accumulate my documents for my defense?
Is there what?
Is it possible to have that extended out another week so that I can provide my?
I'm going to set it 25th.
I mean, I was on the call. I've heard you give multiple councils extended times. So what is the bias?
I have no bias against you, sir.
Well, I'm simply asking for
I'm
a reasonable
setting the date of 2 weeks out. You can have your motion together, file your motion. I will be able to address your motion at that time so that we can get this headed to a PC, to a preliminary examination.
Just for the record, I put it on the record that I object. Under threat, duress, or coercion. Again,
your objection is noted.
Right, and under threat and duress and coercion, I'll be here.
Court does call the case, People versus Tariq Day.
Senior assistant prosecutor.
I am Tariq Tariq Day, the executor of the Tariq Tariq Day Living Trust and the registered owner of the Tariq Tariq Day Ex Relatione Kingdom Wilson Estate.
Right. So you are appearing here without an attorney. I do have to advise you that you are charged with the offense of fleeing and eluding in the 3rd degree under the Motor Vehicle Code. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Additionally, the Secretary of State could suspend your driving privileges for up to a year. Do you understand that, sir?
I comprehend.
Do you understand?
I comprehend, yes.
The court has to further advise you that if you wish to be represented by counsel, the court would ensure that counsel would be appointed to represent you in this matter, and that you would have counsel if you could not afford to hire counsel yourself. I also wish to advise you that the court would be treating you the same as it would the people in this case. There are certain dangers to representing yourself in this matter, in that you will be required to abide by the Michigan court rules, the Michigan rules of evidence, and all of the cases and statutory requirements. You understand that?
I do not.
You do not.
Here we go.
What is it about that you do not understand?
It's against my religion to adhere or to assimilate to any statutory.
Sir, I'm not asking anything about your religion. It is irrelevant, stating that in this proceeding, you will be required to abide by the rules of this court. Do you understand that?
I'm having a hard time understanding why or how religion doesn't play a role.
How what?
How religion does not play a role.
Religion does not play a role in what I do or what this court does. There are certain rules of this court.
He's right about that.
Established by the legislature and the Michigan Supreme Court regarding how these particular proceedings will be conducted. These proceedings will be conducted in accord with those rules. Do you understand that, sir?
Well, according to the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, as well as the international or the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the state and the governments should.
Sir, you have no authority for what you're about to state because what you're about to state is incorrect.
Oh, I am an Indigenous person.
No,
So I do have.
sir, what you're about to state is incorrect.
Well,
if you were on indigenous lands, if that's where you're going, then maybe you might be right. As it stands right now, this proceeding is not on indigenous land.
well, that's a matter of perspective, sir.
It is, and the only perspective that's going to matter on that is mine.
land.
We are not on indigenous lands subject to indigenous or tribal rules.
Is there
You
a
are
law?
subject to the rules of the Michigan Supreme Court
So his religion and his
as they are promulgated, both in terms of procedure and evidence. Do you understand that that's what's happening, sir?
I do not.
What is it that you do not understand?
I don't understand.
Because I'm going to tell you something, sir. If you are unable to establish or understand what I'm saying, and go through this with you again, I have to assume that there may be some reason why you don't understand. This court will take precautions to protect your rights, and I will be sending you for a competency evaluation to make sure that you are competent to stand trial and to stand in these proceedings.
Well, I would agree to a competency if the prosecution as well as the court and the officers agree to take a competency.
That's not the way it works. You don't get to make the rules. I'm ordering a competency.
I'm not making.
Defendant is ordered for a forensic evaluation. I will set a competency hearing in this matter for July 25th, 2024. At what time? At 9 a.m. Now, sir, I'm going to ask you this.
bailiff stands
Yes, sir.
behind.
Because it's going to depend on where you may be staying for a period of time. If they send you information as to when you have your forensic interview,
Yes, sir.
are you going to cooperate and attend that interview?
Under threat and duress and coercion, yes.
Pardon?
Under threat, duress, and coercion, yes.
No. Not how it works.
I don't.
I'm asking you, are you voluntarily going to cooperate?
He needs him to volunteer.
I say yes.
He's stuck.
I mean, under it, yeah. I mean, is this what are, excuse me, what are you relaying to in regard? What are you insinuating in regards to where I will stay for a time?
I'm going to make sure that we are going to have our forensic interview done. I've ordered a forensic interview. I am asking you whether or not, when given notice of that interview, whether or not you are going to voluntarily cooperate in that interview.
I will take the interview.
Excuse me?
I will take the interview.
He's scared now.
Anything from the people?
Would the court ask the people to prepare the order for the competency?
Yes, please prepare the order for the competency if you would, sir.
And the address for,
The defendant,
I see on the complaint is 1410 Share Avenue, apartment number 3.
is that your address, sir?
Excuse me? That's correct.
All right, very good.
And so I will send a copy to that address.
Very good. All right. This time then bond is continued.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry, can I get that date again, please, sir? I can put it in my calendar.
July 25th, you were supposed to, so I'm assuming you're waiving it. You were supposed to file your motion with.
I
the
did.
court.
I filed it.
When did you file it?
I brought it in today.
Do we have it?
I gave it, I mean, it was stamped and everything. I gave it to the
Supposed to bring it on board today.
reception.
Why didn't you file it before?
Well, as I stated at the last hearing,
No, don't go through what you
additional week.
stated at the last hearing.
Well, you
You
asked.
knew that, no, you knew it was supposed to be filed before the day. Young man, you're gonna
That's
figure out something. We're playing by my rules, not yours. So you know, do not say anything because you're gonna figure that out real soon. Do they have it?
I have not received a response yet.
Since I'm sending in for competency, I can't hear that. I can't hear his motion in any event. So I won't hear his motion at this time. He'll have to refile it timely if he's determined to be competent. So I'll have his bond continue. He can go. What?
I didn't get the last part that you said. The bond continued and what?
I said you can go.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Then came the turning point, the competency evaluation order. Now this is
All right, there you have it. That's two cases. I use those two because those are the most common types of cases. People with the bills of exchanges turning the bottom of the bill into a check, so to speak. This particular guy had criminal charges. I think he was eluding the police or something. And he wants to talk about religion, why he's not, instead of dealing with the charges themselves. Reminder, I'm a little tired because I got off the road today. Reminder, this stuff don't work. Don't mess with this stuff. Especially don't lose your homes over these things, okay? All right. There you have it. I'll see you tomorrow, Unbound Souls. Just watch those two videos. I like this judge. He's patient. He asked them to explain themselves. They couldn't. So that means they weren't even ready to be in a courtroom setting. And here's what I say. Yeah, he got a psych evaluation that they call competency. Because he was about to lock him up if he said he wasn't going to cooperate. And see, they buckle. Whenever time to get locked up, they buckle every time. And the judges know that. They know these people are not serious. But anyway, I'm out. Peace, prosperity, extreme wealth to everyone. Y'all have a good night.